0.01 with the Joe form and stuff. You should be a little more good with this. Start shortening it up. I don't want 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't want that. I don't want to pretend like you got a knife and you're just, like this. But if you're going to extend it a little bit, put it in a position that's more realistic than just throwing it way out here and then throwing it way out here like that. Keep it here, 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 like this. Boom here, boom, in here, just like that. So I don't mind it being extended, just more realistically extended. So if you're going to extend it like this, draw it up to the next position, draw it down and bring it up to the next position, and draw it across. Instead of just going way out here like that and just letting it fly like this, take it in and draw it back into here so that you're ready. And again, if you're going to pull it in here, make sure that your elbow doesn't hit it. If your elbow is like this, when you start to come out and it doesn't come out, then you're too high. So boom here, make sure the elbow's got, so you can bring it back out here like that. All right, run through that one more time, either side. I don't care which side you use. Yep, you're going home. I got used to the Chinese girl, now he switched it to some English. Yeah, well, there was an Indian girl for a while. I will also, oh, you're going to continue that.
Well, yeah, it still works. So, there's this, here, here.
Yeah, you can do, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I kind of, I was already here, and I went like this.
Yes.
I like that.
Yes.
It's a little bit better.
So, when we practice, so that comes into personal adaptations, right? So when you guys decide, when we get enough of people up here and you teach this, when you teach it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it's taught like that. Now, if for some reason you're in here and you're hitting 5 or 6 or whatever, if you want to come in and hit with the butt, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that as a personal adaptation of it. And I mean, you can show whoever you want, just make sure that when it's being taught, it's taught the original way, like this, and later on you can like, oh, okay, well, instead of coming back with this 5 like this or whatever, you can actually use the butt and break across this way if you want, which is completely fine and a very good adaptation of it. Just make sure you keep those distinguished between the way we teach it versus the way we actually do it.
Yeah. I was like, all right, I'm already here, and I get my wrist like that. That's 9 right there.
Yeah, you can pop in the 9. So yeah, and it flows into like I'm over here, so I decide to pop you here and then just flip it up here and hit him in the face here, and then it diverges off into a massive amount of whatever. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, little groin shot here, flip it up with an arco, come down here, and then it becomes whatever you do, right? The beauty, in my viewpoint, the beauty of this whole system is that we have a quote-unquote set standard that we begin with, but we don't end there. It becomes fluid and individual. So we just need to make sure we keep track of what's fluid and individual versus the standardized version of what's being done, plain and simple. So yes, absolutely, it's fine to do a butt strike. I love those. Boom, because I like little butt strike, pop in the face. I'll roll around, my arcos come down, bang here, maybe crack them in the nuts. You
Be
know,
careful.
all kinds of stuff.
That happened to me last weekend.
Oh, yes.
He got me good.
Oh, so we were, well,
Disarming.
I was disarming and I cracked the stick and it flipped back and hit him and he went down.
I was done for a
It is up on the YouTube.
I was probably
Yeah.
done for about 5 minutes.
It's up on the YouTube channel, so if you want to see it. Yeah. So, and which I explained, I mean, obviously it wasn't something I intentionally did. But if he and I were actually in a real fight, he would have been done. There's nothing he would have been able to do at that point. I mean, he was hurt, he was down.
Yeah, he
You know?
got me good, too.
So, you know, and it was just a simple, I just hit the stick, just went bam, and that stick flipped back, cracked him right in the crotch, flipped around, and he went down.
Even though I was in pain, I was still kind of laughing because I was like, oh my God.
It's so stupid it works.
Yeah. Well, and you know, I say this, and I find this to be a true statement. All right, even though that was not intentional, right? I don't believe that there's a such thing as luck or coincidence or anything like that. I don't think that really exists. I always say that the prepared and the skilled always come out on top. You know, you can say, well, I want to be lucky and win, and I'll say, fine, you be lucky and you win. I'm going to be prepared and skilled, and we'll see if your luck outbeats my preparedness and my skill. So, you know, plain and simple. Maybe in some ways it looks like luck, but I don't think I don't think that really truly exists. But that's just a personal opinion. So, but yeah, it was an accident. But it did actually prove a really good point that, you know, the accident ended that fight. Now, obviously I didn't do that on purpose. It just happened to be I hit the stick at the exact position and angle that created that flip that hit him exactly where he was. You know, it was a bunch of stuff that had to happen that created that incident, but it was there. So if I had not had so much training and skill, would have that accident happened? Maybe. I don't know. I can't say. I mean, I could have still hit it exactly where I hit it and went exactly where it went. But, you know, those who are prepared and skilled generally come out on top of those who are just looking for luck and coincidence. So, not that I did that on purpose.
I know. Like I said.
So, we just did the basic 12, which again, like I said, could be considered a kata. I like to use the word undo or exercise more than kata. I just have a bad taste about the word kata. I shouldn't at this point in my life, but I still do. So when did that music start?
I don't know. But
That hasn't been going on the whole time, has it?
yeah, I didn't hear
just
it.
noticed.
I think it like got louder.
Yeah,
got
it just
louder?
finally got louder.
Okay.
Didn't really bother me. I was
It's
just
like an ambient.
right, because earlier I was just
Remind me I unplugged those so I can plug them back up.
like, wait a minute.
All right, so the flippy thing that we do, I got that from the early 80s when I was training. That's not me personally. This is from me personally. We were never trained this. I developed that solely after I saw that crap. I'm not lying. After I saw this, I'll be honest, and I don't know how many, it had to have been 2 or 3 years ago, or maybe 4 years ago. I don't remember when that happened. But anyway, after I came back from the seminar with that, I'm like, you know what? We don't really switch hands when we're doing these training, but what if we do? How are we going to do that? Because we were never trained in the system that I trained into doing that. Now, yes, we actually did play with that a couple times. We actually did play with that a couple times when we were goofing off, right? And we did this a lot.
We did that last week.
Yeah, we did that one a lot. We'll practice that here in a minute. But we did not have this. That didn't exist. So I told myself, what would I do instead of that? And I'm sitting there playing with it, and I'm like, well, that's what I would do. I mean, that's freaking simple, easy, and to the point. Even if I don't move, you know, even if I'm here, I can just go whoop, and I got a few extra inches there. Or if I'm here and I want to back up, boom, now I'm back up here like this. So that came directly from what would I do instead of that. So that one's on me. This one here is on me. Whether you like it or you don't like it, that one's on me. That's not from the 80s where I was taught. The training exercises of the flipping thing, we used to do that. The ADCs, that's not me. That's from the 80s that I was trained. The concept of the basic 12 is them. The actual 12 that we do, that's me. This is basically generally the same basic 12 that we did back then, but it is different. And I'll be honest, I don't remember the other one. I don't. I've been doing this one since about 1995 is when I decided this was our basic 12. So this is the one I've been doing since 95, and I can't even remember the other one, and I don't have any footage from the 80s, so I'll never know. But that general idea is that the concept of the 9 angles of attack were 8 angles back then. The 8 angles of attack. And we didn't practice it in the same clockwise motion that I do. That clockwise motion came from me. I was trying to figure out how to organize it because the way we did it in the 80s was if we were doing the 8 angles of attack, because back then there were only 8. So I decided that honestly there were 9, and I changed that in the mid-90s. But we would use the angles from the basic 12. Like this angle here, whatever, we would just call that 1. I think this was angle strike.